Hi, I chose Italy as the country I want to visit. Why I chose Italy? Because of the architecture, attractions, food, and the art. First up is architecture. I took an ancient Rome class in college last year, and I learned all about architecture of Rome. I learned how to differentiate the different types of columns. So there's Doric columns, there's Ionic columns, and there's Corinthian columns. And so I would love to go there and see the columns in real life. Next up, we have attractions. We have the Colosseum, of course. Everyone wants to see the Colosseum. The Pantheon, the Vatican. We have Palatine Hill, which is like ancient Roman story of like Romulus. That's like apparently where the cave was. So I would be excited to see that. And then also the Baths of Caracalla. Next up is food. This is self-explanatory. I love Italian food. Pasta, pizza. I feel like the coffee would be great. The wine would be great. Overall, good time. Next up is art. These are just like the three that came to mind first. Michelangelo's David, the Sistine Chapel overall, but specifically the creation of Adam would be cool to see in person. And then the birth of Venus. So that's a quick summary of what I would do in Italy. Ciao.
Emma, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about Indonesia. I have never been to Indonesia, but it is a place that I've always wanted to go, and so I'm excited to talk a little bit more about it. Pictured here on the front cover, we have the flag of Indonesia. Next, I wanted to talk a little bit about the language book in there. The official language is Indonesian. So here are just 12 general phrases that you'll hear a lot in Indonesia, and I have 2 audio clips to help us understand what it sounds like a little bit.
Salam.
Which means hello.
Senang bertemu denganmu.
Which means nice to meet you. Next, we have a traditional dish, and this pronunciation isn't perfect, so forgive me, but it's called satay. And this is chicken skewers with peanut sauce over top of it, but sometimes you can also find the peanut sauce on the side. But this is something that you will find people eating all over Indonesia, as it's a very common dish. I have a few places to visit, and of course there's many different things to do and to see there, but these are just a couple that if I go, I would definitely be sure to visit. Right here we see, and this pronunciation isn't perfect, but the Lempuyang Temple, and on the next slide we're going to learn a little bit more about it. So that was a little video that summed up that temple and why people go there and things like that, just really generally, but there's so many more things to do in Indonesia and so many great things about it as well, but I just wanted to cover a few of the basics. And I hope that we all have the opportunity to go and visit one day and learn more about the people and the culture. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
Hey all, not feeling super great, but that's okay, I'll survive. Anyways, about the country that I've always wanted to visit. It might surprise people, but I've actually wanted to visit Israel for a very long time. And who knows, maybe it might be partly because I play folk music, and you know, Israel has some catchy tunes. In fact, there's one tune that like I didn't know, but it's actually super huge in Japan. It's called Maim Maim, but you could go and look it up later. But anyways, also people might think that I'm crazy, and you know, they're not half wrong, you know. I mean, personality wise, people say that I'm like this.
I walk on the wild side. I laugh in the face of danger.
And you know, like realistically, that's probably going to be my reaction if I actually get there sometime in the future. But anyways, another reason why I've always wanted to go is like this is a land rich in history and culture and, well, also contention. But one of the pieces that I want to see is, you know, a site like this. This is called the City of David excavation. And yeah, they were able to go and find the old pilgrimage road that the ancient Jews used to walk, like right before the Roman destruction of Jerusalem. So yeah, it's awesome that it's been preserved under piles of rubble and whatnot. And yeah, they've been able to find some really awesome artifacts from the era. And of course, like the Dome of the Rock, like seeing places like this would, you know, it's really like a pilgrimage, you know, a spiritual journey. And I think that's where visiting Israel has its most value. It kind of to go and make the experience feel more real, to see like the intersection between like East and West and like Christianity and Judaism and Islam. It's all there and it's volatile, but yeah, significant enough that I would love to visit one day, preferably before Armageddon and stuff like that. Anyways, we'll see y'all around.
A country that I have visited and chose to do this project on is Northern Ireland. For a little background, I went to Northern Ireland in 2017, and I had a bunch of friends that lived over there from a project I did the year prior to that. My favorite part of the trip was seeing my friends, immersing myself into their lifestyle, sightseeing, walking, shopping, and trying new foods. What I mean by walking is I feel like this is a very walking heavy town, the town that I was in. And so a lot of people wouldn't drive everywhere. We'd just like walk everywhere, which I actually really enjoyed. I did a lot of walking that trip. Ireland is mostly known for their green landscape. I put 2 pictures down there. I feel like everyone, when they think of Ireland, they just think of green and how pretty it is. The other thing they're known for is drinks, like the beer that I put in that corner, and Irish hospitality, dancing, and historic monuments. And this is just a short video that kind of just shows what you can expect to see when you go to Northern Ireland. I feel like that's a pretty good representation of Ireland, and yeah, thank you.
Hello. My country of interest, I chose Iceland. Here's the country flag and the map. And the reason I want to go to Iceland, there are several reasons. Number one, it's gorgeous. Number two, it is sparsely populated. And lastly, for the purposes of this video, it has a lot of outdoor attractions. And just in general, I think that it would be a happy place for me. So some of the places to go in Iceland and some things to see would be the Aurora Borealis, which will be listed on the next page, as well as the Blue Lagoon. I will show pictures of that as well. The Stuðlaugil Basalt Canyon. Forgive me if I mispronounce that, or really if I mispronounce any names of these places. And the Reynis Drangar Rock Formation is another place I'd like to go see. That's in South Iceland. And the Geysir Geyser, and also the volcano. And here's a little video clip of just some of the landscapes.
From awe-inspiring glaciers to geothermal springs and active volcanoes, Iceland is a place where nature always takes center stage. Even in the nation's lively capital of Reykjavik, views of the city and nearby mountains steal the show. Isolated from the rest of Europe for centuries, this land of fire and ice has a unique cultural heritage of literature and music that you'll find captivating too. Illuminated by the northern lights in the winter and the midnight sun in the summer, Iceland shines in any season, offering you a travel experience unlike anywhere else on the planet.
So there's a couple of places that I think that I'd really like to see. Next is the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. And here's some beautiful photographs of those. And here's another, this is a time-lapse video. The next place I'd like to go is Blue Lagoon. This is a place where the powers of geothermal seawater create steamy, mineral-rich water and soft white silica mud, both of which have a healing effect on the skin. I would like to go to see Geysir Geyser and volcano. If you can pronounce the name of this volcano, you get extra points. And here's the pronunciation.
Eyjafjallajökull.
Eyjafjallajökull. Oh, that's how I did. And then it's the perfect trip for me. Here's some of my outdoorsy vacations. And here's a little video clip.
This is day 2, second multi-pitch climb. This is, can I not turn the camera around? This is where we are. I don't know if that's upside down or whatever, but sorry if it's upside down. If it's upside down, maybe that's right side up. Or maybe now you're upside down. But it's our second day. And it's great!
5-pitch climb.
We're on our way. We're on the second pitch of a 5-pitch climb right now.
And that's me.